Hello friends, this is Dr. Pooja Bansal. I am discussing about practical topics in OBS and Gynae. Like in previous video, we talked about fetal skull and pelvis. Today I'll be talking about partograph. In this we will discuss about stages of labor, components of partograph and its utility, and then abnormal labor. So what is partograph? Basically, it is a graphical representation of the events in the labor on a single sheet, which includes maternal and fetal condition and progress of labor in relation to time. So, there are 4 stages of labor. First stage is divided into initial latent phase, onsets with the true labor pain to 5 cm of cervical dilatation. Active phase starts with the equal to or more than 6 cm to 10 cm cervical dilatation. So, first stage onsets with the true labor pain till full cervical dilatation, that is 10 cm. Second stage onsets with full dilatation of cervix till delivery of fetus. And third stage onsets with the delivery of fetus till the expulsion of placenta. And fourth stage is observation of 1 hour after the delivery of fetus. Then, what is the normal duration of latent phase? In nulliparous, it is 12 hours, and in multigravida, it is 8 hours. Rate of dilatation in nulliparous is 1.2 cm per hour, and in multi, it is 1.5 cm per hour. And rate of descent is 1 cm per hour in nulliparous and 2 cm per hour in multi. Duration of second stage is in nulliparous it is 1 hour, and in multi it is 30 minutes. And duration of third stage is 30 minutes in both nulli and multiparous. Then what are the prolonged durations? Prolonged latent phase is said in nulliparous when it extends more than or equal to 20 hours, and in multi it is more than or equal to 14 hours. Prolonged active phase is when rate of dilatation is less than 1.2 cm per hour in nulliparous and less than 1.5 cm per hour in multigravida. Prolonged second stage without epidural analgesia is said in nulliparous it is more than 2 hours, and in multi it is more than 1 hour. And with epidural analgesia we have to add 1 hour in nulli and multigravida. Prolonged third stage is called as retained placenta if it extends more than 30 minutes. So, what is modified WHO partograph? In this, latent phase is excluded and active phase begins with the 4 cm instead of 3 cm, and one small square represents half hour. Partograph is plotted in all the laboring women. Then what are the advantages of plotting the partograph? It is a single sheet which contains all the information. There is no need to repeat the record, and it is easy to hand over, and it can act as a permanent record for the MLC purpose. It screens abnormal labor so that timely intervention can be made and easy referral can be done. It decreases the chances of prolonged labor, cesarean sections, and maternal and fetal morbidity. So, partograph contains 5 parts. Part 1 is patient informations, means name, gravida, para, hospital number, date and time of admission, and date and time of rupture of membranes if membranes are ruptured. Part 2 can be remembered by a mnemonic film. F stands for fetal heart sound. Normally it is 110 to 160 per minute. You can see in this picture fetal heart rate is plotted on the y-axis, and it is heard every 30 minutes for 1 minute in the left lateral position and after the contraction goes off, but not in between the contraction. So in first stage it is heard every 30 and 15 minutes respectively in low and high risk women, and in second stage every 15 and 5 minutes it is heard. L4 Liker. When membrane is intact, we have to write I, and if it is ruptured, we have to mention the color of Liker, and C for clear Liker, A for absent Liker, M for meconium stain, and B for bloody Liker. Then M is for molding. There are 3 grades of molding. Grade 3 is pathological, and in this bone overlies but separation of bones is not possible. Part 3 can be remembered by 2 C's. For this we have to understand about the alert and actions line. Alert line is an oblique line drawn from 4 to 10 cm of cervical dilatation. It shows 1 cm per hour dilatation. For example, at 4 pm it is 5 cm dilated, and at 5 pm it is 6 cm dilated, and at 6 pm it is 7 cm dilated, and so on. Action line is parallel and 4 are apart to the alert line. So, to avoid unnecessary intervention, it is 4 are apart. C1 is cervical dilatation. It is plotted on y-axis on the upper part. It is denoted by X and extend from 4 to 10 cm. Measured on the per vaginal examination every 4 hourly. And first plot is always marked on the left of the alert line. For example, at 4 pm it is 5 cm dilated, and at 6 pm it is 8 cm dilated. Then we have to join the plottings. Cervical descent is also plotted on the y-axis in the lower part, denoted by O, extend from -5 to 0. Measured on per abdominal examination every 2 hourly. By the method, number of fifths palpable above the pelvic brim. For example, in this picture, we placed our left hand above the pelvic brim and head accommodates full width of 5 fingers. But in this picture, head accommodates 2 fingers above the pelvic brim, means head is palpable 2 by 5. For example, in this at 4 pm, 3 by 5 head is palpable, and at 6 pm 2 by 5th, and at 8 pm head is not palpable above pelvic brim. So, these are 3 zones: green, yellow and red. If our partograph lies in the green zone, means progression of labor is good and we have to wait and watch. And if our partograph lies right to the alert line in the yellow zone, we need to do some intervention like artificial rupture of membrane or Synto infusion. And if it lies on the right side of the action line in the red zone, we have to consider operative vaginal delivery or cesarean section. Then part 4 can be remembered by COD, that is uterine contractions. C is for contractions of uterus. In this picture, they are recorded every 30 minutes till 10 minutes. And idle contractions are 3 contractions in 10 minutes and each lasting for more than 40 or 45 seconds. Mild contractions are said to be less than of 20 seconds, and this is filled with the dots. And moderate are partially shaded, which are 20 to 40 seconds. And severe good contractions are called more than 40 seconds and are fully shaded. For example, in this right side of the picture, number of the box shaded means number of contractions in 10 minutes. For example, 2 contractions are there in 10 minutes of mild intensity, and this is showing 5 contraction in 10 minutes of severe or good intensity. Then O is for oxytocins in units per liter or drops per minute, or any other drugs or IV fluids given is written in this partograph. Part 5 is for mother condition. For example, pulse is recorded every 30 minutes and it is marked by dot. Then blood pressure every 4 hourly, temperature every 4 hourly, and urine volume, protein and ketones every 4 hourly. So, what are the causes of the abnormal labor? Most common cause is power, means less than 3 contraction in 10 minutes lasting for 40 seconds. And other are passenger. Passenger mean the fetus, may be of excessive fetal size, malpositioned, having congenital anomalies. And third is passage, may be of pelvic contraction, soft tissue abnormalities of birth canal, or any mass or neoplasia or placenta previa location. So, disorders of first stage are of 3 types. First is prolonged latent phase. As I told you, prolonged latent phase is called when it extends more than 20 hours in nulliparous and more than 14 in multiparous. What are the common causes of prolonged latent phase? They can be excessive sedation, epidural analgesia, poor cervical condition, or poor contraction, which is managed by only therapeutic rest and reassurance to the patient. No need of any intervention. Then what is prolonged active phase? When the rate of dilatation is slow, in less than 1.2 centimeter per hour in nulliparous and less than 1.5 centimeter per hour in multiparous. What are the common causes of prolonged active phase? It can be CPD, that is cephalopelvic disproportion, or occipito-posterior position, or any uterine dysfunction. And it is managed by augmentation of labor and can be done by artificial rupture of membrane plus oxytocin infusion. And if labor doesn't progress, then it is managed by cesarean section. For example, in this partograph, rate of dilatation is less than 1.2 centimeter, or can be called as less than 1 centimeter per hour. Then what is arrest of active phase or secondary arrest? When there is no dilatation after 6 centimeter, plus there are two prerequisites, that membrane should be ruptured and there should be 4 hours of adequate contractions or 6 hours of inadequate contraction with the oxytocin infusion. And most common cause is cephalopelvic disproportion, and it is managed by cesarean section. For example, in this picture, after 6 centimeter of dilatation and after 4 hours of good uterine contraction, there is no further dilatation. So, then disorder of second stage. Prolonged second stage is called, it extends more than 2 hours in nulliparous and more than 1 hour in multiparous. And second stage arrest occurs when it extends more than 3 hours in nulliparous and 2 hours in multiparous. Common causes are same: persistent occipito-posterior position, cephalopelvic disproportion, or deep transverse arrest. It is managed according to the station. If station is more than or equal to +2, then operative vaginal delivery, that is forceps and vacuum, are applied, and station is less than +2, then cesarean section is done. For example, in this partograph, after full cervical dilatation, second stage is reached, but there is no descent after 2 hours and of 4 hours of good uterine contraction, means it is prolonged second stage. So this was my lecture on partograph. Hope you like this video, and if you like this video, please do subscribe my channel. Thank you.